Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is Bailey. She's one of my classmates here at Paul Mitchell School of Tampa. And when I saw one of my subscribers the other day, and she was telling me that she wanted a look that was very simple, very natural. She doesn't understand a lot about makeup, and I know that we love makeup, a lot of us do, but a lot of us just don't know the basics. So I wanted to break it down. I've only used like 2 brushes in this look. So it's very affordable, it's very basic, it's very simple, and I hope that you guys can enjoy this, and I hope that you guys can learn a little bit about how to go back to the basics. So sit back, relax, and keep watching.
Alright, so the first thing that we are going to be doing is going in with a very light BB cream. This is by NYX, and it brightens, it smooths, it moisturizes, it's oil free, it's very light, so it's not as thick as a foundation. I used to use this all the time before I went in with concealer and before I went in with all the contouring. Before I really got into doing all that and doing the liquid contours, I used to do this technique all the time. It's very natural, and I love, like, if you have freckles, it's going to be able to let those shine through, but it is very nice and brightening, and it does give you pretty good coverage as well. It just helps make the skin look overall, I don't know, just very clean, very simple, very fresh. So I would say that this look is a very fresh look. With this whole application, I really didn't try to speed up or do any time lapse or anything like that for the editing, because I wanted you all to see that this look is very quick. I mean, the video total is like 12 minutes long. You guys can speed through if you don't want to see all the blending and things like that, but I wanted to keep this in there because I wanted you all to see how I went about this application. The brush that I'm using is just, it's considered like a paintbrush. I think it's by like Eco or something like that, but I'm pretty sure you can just get it at Walgreens. I use the brush just for sanitation, but before then, I mean, you can even use a sponge, or you can just use your fingers, your hands, whatever works best for you. But the only reason why I'm even using this brush is just for like sanitation reasons. So I am going under her under eye. We're not going to be concealing or anything like that. So with this BB cream, it's light enough to where you can actually put it underneath the eye, and you're not going to get much creasing throughout the day. We will go in and we will use the powder to kind of set the overall look. So I'm just going in with a nice clean stroke there so that Bailey can have no creasing, have no lines, and of course I'm kind of trying to prime the eyes a bit by putting it onto the lid there as well. A lot of people have lots of veins that show on their eye. I know I do personally, and that's why I do like to go ahead and prime the eyes. Now we are going in with some powder. This powder is my go-to. It's the Infallible Pro Matte powder. I'm in the shade 200, and I'm packing this onto the face. So as you can see, whenever you're packing the powders, it's really going to help seep in that foundation, and it's going to help seep into the skin. And so that's what I'm doing here. I am going back and forth a bit, but for the most part, I'm packing it on, and then I will go ahead and swipe it on there. You don't have to get too carried away with the motions of how you're doing your brush, but I would just say, as long as you're packing on the powder, you're going to get a little bit more of an opaque finish. We're using that same brush, and we're going in with a beautiful blush. This is Milani Coral Cove. You can get it at Walgreens. You can get most of this stuff at Walgreens or Target, okay? So it's very easy. We're using the same brush because I just wanted to keep it simple, you know? So yeah, with this blush, I'm putting it onto the apples of the cheekbones and a little bit further down on the cheeks. Now, Bailey has a lighter skin tone than mine. However, I use this blush all the time. Any skin tone looks great with coral. I cannot say that enough. I told her, I said, you need to buy this blush. It's so beautiful on her. It just goes to show that coral is such a neutral color for anyone. There's different types of coral. There's dark, there's light, but I believe this shade to be perfect for almost anybody. And once again, this is Milani Coral Cove. I'm putting that onto the forehead just because I like to bring a little bit of life to the face, and I put a little bit on the nose as well. We are now going in with a CoverGirl shadow. I've had this thing for years, and it's called Sombres, I think. Yeah, I think it's called Sombres. But anyways, We're going in with that really white vanilla shade, and yes, I am using the applicator that came into the CoverGirl pack. So I'm using the little spongy thing, yes, okay? I'm not going in with any brushes. I wanted to show you guys that you can still get a great blend without having to purchase all those brushes from Sigma or Morphe or wherever. So if you're just getting into makeup and you see the little brush and you think, why can't I use that? You can, it's fine. I'm gonna do it here for you. So I'm just putting that vanilla shade on the lid, and then I'm highlighting that brow bone, and I'm putting that all over that brow bone there, and it's going to give her a nice clean starting point, and it's going to give her a nice highlight onto that eye. So you can use any color that you would like with this palette here, but I just wanted to keep this nice and neutral and everyday. So that's why I just went in with that vanilla shade, because I just feel like this is so wearable for like anything that you're doing. It just really is meant to enhance that natural beauty. And I am putting a little bit more on that inner corner because Bailey does have a little bit of a darker shadow there. So now we're going in with that orangish reddish shade, that coppery shade, and I'm putting that onto the crease, and I'm going to be making a V. So I bring it down a little bit onto that outer corner of the eyelid, and that is going to give us that V shape. So what this does, it makes the eye look a little bit more open. There's more emphasis on the outer corner and not so much on the inner corner, which helps us to look a little bit more awake. Because there's not a lot of dark colors on that inner corner. So that's what you're seeing me do here. As you can see on that left eye, it looks very natural. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Once that is complete, we will go in with that darker shade. I'm using the same side of the brush there, and I'm just creating a little bit more emphasis on that outer corner. I'm bringing that down on the lid, and I am just really focusing just a little bit on the outer. So that I just feel like it gives a little bit more of a drama. I mean, it just gives it a little bit more of a finished look, so that's why I decided to do that. And she had a little bit of fallout, so I just wipe it off with my brush. We're going in with a liner. You can use any liner you have. This is all we had. I would have preferred just a natural oil-based liner, but as long as it's black, that's fine. So we're just really, I know it's kind of far away to see, but we're just really hugging that lash line, and then before it dries, we're going in with that dark color with the padded brush there that you're seeing me use, the applicator, and we're smudging it out. Now this is just going to help you give a little bit more of a natural look. It's going to be very blended, it's going to be very beautiful, very soft, very feminine, and that's why I like to do this technique. This is just, you know, a little bit more emphasis on your liner, and as you can see a good difference. I just think that this makes every look beautiful and just very feminine. So that's what I'm doing onto the other eye. I also wanted to mention that I'm only going in like 3/4 of the way. So I'm leaving the inner corner blank with that liner, and when I'm smudging it out with the brown shadow like you see me doing here, I'm only smudging it to where I put my liner. I didn't go in all the way with that liner. We are starting the lower lash line, and I'm just using the dark shade to the far left of the palette, and I'm using the same applicator, and I'm just putting that 3/4 of the way as well, and about where you see the middle of the eye right there. That's all I bring it to, and it just helps the eye look more awake. Very natural, but it just makes eyes look a little bit bigger too. And then I'm blending it out with a different side than the color I put it on. Now we're using some mascara. And I'm just kind of coating those lashes as usual. I like the client to just close their eyes so that I can get in there and get them nice and black. For the lips, we are using CoverGirl. We're in the shade 285. This is called Sweet Tangerine, and I actually have two different coral shades. I have a darker and I have a lighter. For Bailey, I just felt like, you know, with her light skin complexion and with the beautiful light cheeks, I just felt like this lighter color would look great for her. So once again, coral is such a great shade. So you can switch it up. You can go dark, you can go light. If you have a darker skin complexion, maybe you can go a little bit darker. It doesn't matter because coral just looks so beautiful on everyone. So that's why I decided to go in with this coral shade, because I wanted this to be a very neutral look that could go for anyone. So we're just coating those lips with a little bit of that, with that shade. Once again, we're in Sweet Tangerine, and this is by CoverGirl. So that basically completes our look. I hope you guys enjoy. Please remember to subscribe, thumbs up, and comment down below. Thank you all. Bye.